Hi YouTube, this is Monique Calso on August 18th, 2012 at 12:10 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Okay, we're looking here, and there was a significant wave of energy. So that's the Earth right there, the little yellow guy. It came out, you can see that, right? And it looks pretty quiet. This is the 17th. You can see the time up here. Looks pretty, fairly quiet compared to what we've seen recently. But wait till you see what happens on the 18th. What you can see is this energy back here begins to, before this goes really crazy, it begins to show pass-through increase as this energy over here gets more and more excited. Now we are on the 18th, and watch what goes down. Remember, these are all energy bleed outs from around the Earth, that's the sun facing side, the bright side. That's the dark side of the Earth. And you can correlate it to the time above as to what is in front and what's in back. Oh. Total infiltration of the magnetosphere. This is today, remember. And I've noticed when these sorts of energies occur, people tend to, because these energies affect water more quickly than they do other elements, and since we're 80% water, just like the tides are affected by the moon because they're water-based, so these kinds of energies affect us. Okay, so we're back to the 17th. Very profoundly. Now we've been watching what's been going on the outside. Chemtrails, the water, the sun, but under our feet has been going, there's hardly words. Okay, this map, I'm going to put a link to this video. Okay, you have to watch it, and other related videos. This is the Louisiana coastline. These locations here are all offshore salt domes. See, there's the coastline. Excuse me, it's not this line, it's this line. These are all offshore salt domes. That's not showing us the inland salt domes. Apparently, for the last many years, the oil and gas industry has been pumping various petrol products into these salt domes for storage. These are some of our strategic reserves. This is what's just happened in the Ascension Parish, where the sinkhole formed, and I will have a link below. They started having bubbles coming up, and then next thing you knew, there was a 300-foot sinkhole, and then all of a sudden they announced, oops, there's a huge butane-filled salt dome 1,500 feet away, and by the way, we think it's been breached, but no, we don't really think so, but it's a possibility. And oh yeah, we did store nuclear waste in there, also radioactive waste in that salt dome as well. And then the update here is that it's now only 900 feet away from the sinkhole. But since none of us have been told where these storage domes are filled with petrol products, we have only the information from Ascension Parish to go on. And that is that one salt dome has enough butane in it to create an explosion the size of 100 Hiroshimas. That's a lot. Now, if we have 1,000 salt domes, which is what the information that is revealed in this video, Homeland Security, they're kind of leaking out little bits of information. Of course, excuse me, the mainstream media is not reporting on the real issues surrounding us. They brought up the sinkhole and people have to be evacuated. And by the way, those people are being paid now to leave. They're not talking about what's really going on with this, what I call dirty salt butane bomb. that is underneath Ascension Parish, and however many more, the current number that's been leaked is 1,000 of these exist. So 1,000 times 100 Hiroshimas, that's 1,000,000. Can you imagine the explosion of 1,000,000 Hiroshimas? Not to mention that the New Madrid fault line goes right up the middle of this here, the Mississippi, and that the Gulf of Mexico is the largest volcanic caldera in the world. And underneath the Macondo platform in the Gulf, reason that whole disaster happened was because there is a very high pressure, huge, in fact one of the largest in the world, if not the largest, compressed methane deposits. And that's what forced all that oil up. That's why it's leaking through the fissures around the platform. That's apparently why they're spraying the core exit and releasing their engineered biologicals, supposedly to scavenge the oil. Nonetheless, the situation, you have a volcanic caldera filled with pressurized methane. You have 1,000 salt domes filled with petrol products. You have a salt dome in the Ascension Parish that has been breached. Can someone say chain reaction? Don't forget about all, and I'm going to show you this now, all the natural gas deposits, proven gas reserves that run through all of these states. The dark blue have the most profound deposits. Look at that. It's all under the Gulf and connects all the way up to, yikes, Yellowstone. Okay? Yellowstone hasn't been that active. I'm not going to bring that up. But what I will show you has been active is El Hierro. And it's been increasingly active since the 10th. The last time I had looked at it, nothing was going on, and then all of a sudden, 4 earthquakes the 10th, much more on the 11th, little break on the 12th, and then it just starts to build from there. And there was a 3.0, excuse me, there was a bigger one, a 3.3 on the 11th, a 3.0 on the 13th, a 3.8 on the 15th, a 3.6 on the 16th, and a 3.8 today. And there's lots and lots more happening than were happening prior to the 10th. Already just today we have this many, including 3.8 and some rather other high ones for the area. Okay? So basically, people, I'm going to lead you now to this video on God's Healer 7 channel, and I'll put the link below. The destruction of man is ending, the apocalypse. What the word that this prophet got was that it's a sudden thing. So I just wanted to give everybody the heads up. You make your own deductions. I do encourage everyone to connect to conscience, to their source. Some people call it praying, talk, reach out, whatever it is. Those of you who are offended by this, you will wish you had taken this advice. But God bless everyone, and thank you so much for listening.